Hey Pisces, I'm doing a reading for you for the full moon in Pisces, right? So wherever you have Pisces in your birth chart, you will be, the full amount of energy will be happening for you, right? Your intuition will be stronger. Your dream space will be stronger, right? You could feel a little bit more pulled to the celestial realm, like your dreams, the stars, things of that sort, right? I feel like because the sun is in Virgo, right? So I feel like you're able to almost pull down what is in your dream space into reality so you can start building on it, right? Whatever you've been manifesting, whatever you've been really focusing on, I feel like this is the perfect time for you to be calling that to yourself, for you be in a space that's allowing, scratch my nose there, be in a space that's allowing for these things to come to you, right? Yeah. You could be going through this energy after you've kind of gone through a heartbreak here, right? This could be the energy that you're working through at this time, right? You could have a lot of things trying to get in your way, trying to block you here, right? If these swords were not here, right, like this heart would be pumping like absolutely normally, just regularly, right? I feel like these swords here are like almost like causing like irregular heartbeats. It's blocking you. There's blockages here, right? I feel like you've been the blockages that you've been going through have been like causing it's been almost like keeping your heart chakra from like expanding properly, right? Like from growing properly. The best way to start working on these blockages here, right, is really kind of go into like a still, quiet space and allow for like this healing to be happening here, right? In order for this to be healed, right, I feel like it might be a little bit painful for you. Like you might be experiencing like some chest pains. Ask your doctor. I feel like it could be a lot of anxiety, a lot of heart surges here, right? I feel like it's just you healing yourself, healing your heart chakra, like helping the energy like move through, right? Like in order for you to kind of go through something, you have to grow through it, right? And like there's always pain with growing, right? That's why they call it growing pains. Growing isn't always easy and fun, right? Growing takes time, right? It takes energy. It takes you just being present, right? And I feel like that's really like the only energy that you're needing to exert at this time is just showing up for yourself, right? Being there for yourself, right? Being even if you have nobody else around you that's like a support system for you, like be that for yourself here, right? And I think once you start doing that, once you kind of like start stepping up and like, you know, living your life for you, like it's easier for people to help when you're helping yourself, right? So I feel like if you're in a space where you're just stuck, you don't see a way out, you don't even know how to get here, go into stillness. Just be with it, right? Yeah, and then we have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you're going through, keep in mind how potent and powerful this energy is in Pisces, okay? So if you're in this space, if you are in this space, if this is the kind of nights that you're having, if this is the kind of like trauma and energy that you're in, keep in mind, especially at this time with this full moon in Pisces, you will be calling all of these things to yourself, right? All of these things will be called to you, right? You start with the Three of Swords and you end up with the Nine of Swords, right? I feel like you keep focusing on the things that are going wrong, and I feel like that's almost like causing it's like calling the things that you don't want to happen like to you quicker, right? Especially at this time. The Six of Swords almost just popped out here. You could be traveling a lot. This could be while you're traveling, right? I feel like there's a lot. I feel like you just have like a lot of thoughts of all the things that are going wrong, and I feel like you're just having a hard time like seeing your way through it, right? Stay with it. Be still. I feel like you keep like this, the heart, okay, the heart chakra energy that you're healing, the heart chakra energy that you're going through here. I feel like it's causing like a lot of like restlessness, a lot of like irritation, a lot of frustration. I feel like you're like feeling like you got to get up and move and like walk around and like rechannel some energy around. Yes, that's good, but in the space where you're supposed to be meditating, like I feel like instead of meditating, you're like worrying, right? And don't do that. Just be still. Quiet your mind. Be still. Easier said than done, right? Well, just remember when you're in these spaces of frustration, anxiety, worry, right? To just be still, right? Everything will be worked out for you, right? You have to allow that energy, right? And then we have the Ten of Wands. That did come out reverse. We're going to take that. We're going to take it reverse. I feel like you are, like, I feel like you've been heavily holding on to a whole lot of energy, negative energy, energy that's just too much for you, right? Like, I feel like you don't have enough muscles to be carrying around like this load here, right? And I feel like you realize that, and I feel like you're setting it down here, right? I feel like you're almost like asking for support here, right? I feel like you'll be receiving support, right? Like, I feel like if you've been carrying too much of a load, I feel like you have help coming in here for you. It could be your kids. Yeah, I feel like somebody's coming in and like offering some help here for you, right? I feel like they're kind of seeing how many like bags and stuff you've been holding on to. And I feel like somebody's kind of seeing what it is you're going through here. And I feel like they're coming in and offering you, it might not be a whole lot of help. It might not be the help that you exactly need per se, or that you think you need, right? But they are offering help, right? It's more help than what you had previous, right? I feel like somebody's coming in to kind of take like the weight, the burden off of you here, right? Kind of like release up some of this energy that's been on your shoulders. You could be having a lot of shoulder pain, a lot of back pain. I ask your doctor. I don't think it's real. I think it's spiritual. I think I feel like you keep having this like weight and pain on your shoulders and back because I feel like you're carrying too many things around. You might be carrying a monkey around with you. I feel like once you go through this space where you begin to like let some of this go, once you kind of set down all these wands you've been carrying, I feel like you're going to realize like, that was really in my head. Like, it was literally something spiritual going on that I was manifesting into my physical reality. And I feel like with that, you're almost realizing like everything is based from spiritual first, right? And how magical you are and how quickly you can literally bring things to you. So if you're focusing on your struggles, if you're focusing on your worry, if you're focusing on the things that you don't want to happen, of course you're going to be amazed at how quickly all these things show up. But if you're focusing on health, well-being, happiness, joy, the things that you actually want to see, the experiences you actually want to have, I feel like that's also going to amaze you and how magical you are. Like, I feel like this is a very eye-opening time for you to kind of see everything for what it really is, right? And how much your emotional state is really calling things into your life, right? How you feel is kind of the things that you'll be receiving, right? So if you're having like a great day, like, I feel like you're gonna have really awesome magical things like happen to you. I feel like if you're in a terrible mood and you're just kind of out in the world kind of spreading your bad day recklessly, like, I feel like you know, that's also going to be given back to you, right? As you're realizing this, I feel like you're changing your behaviors here. I feel like you're changing your thought processes. And I feel, yeah, and then we have the death card on the bottom. I feel like you're completely, and then judgment, yeah. I feel like you are completely shifting how you think, how you feel, right? And I feel like that brought in this Ace of Pentacles here for you. It brought in an opportunity. When you start changing the way you think and how you feel, you have different opportunities come in for you here, right? And I think it all kind of started when you like set down all these wands here, when you were like, no, this is not coming with me anymore. Like I've sat here and thought about it, and nothing makes sense in my head as to why I should continue on with these things here, right? And when this person kind of came in to kind of offer you a little bit of help here, like it led to something bigger, right? I feel like that was just like a stepping stone somebody was offering you, right? So be careful as to what you're turning down and what you're accepting here, right? This little opportunity, this little stepping stone is leading you to like the next like gate, right? The next gate to what you'll be going through here, right? You have like a little bitty stepping stone that's helped leading you to like this big opportunity. Like it's like the next like phase, the next point, right? Excuse me. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. I don't think that you're showing the world this, right? I feel like you're at this time almost like collecting all of like these like little stepping stones that you've had, and I feel like you're just kind of like sitting here and healing from it here, right? It almost looked like these were on fire just then. That's not, that's buildings, but I feel like whatever you've accumulated at this point, I feel like you're like keeping it very safe, very hidden, right? I don't think that you're showing anybody like this opportunity that you've come upon, right? I feel like you're realizing, like if you're on an airplane, you know how like if the airplane goes down, like you save yourself first, like you get a mask and save yourself. I feel like you're almost realizing that. I feel like you're realizing that you've been putting a lot of energy and focus into other people and other situations that haven't exactly been too helpful for you here, right? And I feel like you're holding back and like saving your own energy, right? Okay, what is this Three of Swords here? We have the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you could have had a heartbreak in a home. It could have been in a marriage with a family here. It could be involving grandparents, dogs, love, accumulation of wealth here. Like you could have, like your money could have taken a hit, something with children, right? And then we have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I feel like there was a truth that kind of came out about this, about what was kind of going on here, right? And how things really were instead of how you were just seeing it here, right? And I feel like that's what kind of broke your heart here for you a little bit, right? And then we have the Four of Cups. Yeah, it puts you in a space of like waiting, right? I feel like you've been kind of like, healing yourself after like the truth that came out here, right? Like I feel like you've been taking some time out alone here, right? Healing what you felt was kind of like taken from you, right? And I feel like you have people like coming in and offering like, hey, no, like I know you feel like this is taken from you, but here you go. And I feel like you're in this like mood of like, I don't want it now. Like, I don't want it. It kind of feels a little childish. Like I feel like you have like help being offered to you, but I feel like you're in this space of like, it's not what I want. I don't want it. I don't want it now. I mean, it's what you were wanting, and it's been offered, but it's like, it wasn't in the time that you were wanting it. So it's like, scratch my nose. It already hurt my feeling. Like I already got in an argument about it. Now I don't want it. I'm tickled. You didn't come when I asked you to come, so now I'm good. Oh, you're gonna make me cry. not this eye. Okay. What is this Nine of Swords? Yeah, I feel like because you were kind of being a little, I don't even know what the word for that is, right? I feel like it brought you in anxiety, right? Because I feel like you begin to like worry about, well, maybe I should have taken it. I feel like you got in your head after this, right? It goes that Nine of Swords. Yeah. There could have been an argument, a fight about this, right? We have the Five of Wands. I feel like you've been like laying in bed, like almost replaying this argument, this fight here, right? And like, well, I should have done this. I could have done this. Why didn't I do that? Like, I feel like you're really I feel like you're almost like angry at yourself because of the things that you could have done, or the things that you should have said, or wish you hadn't have done, or wish you hadn't have said. I feel like you're replaying like whatever this argument or this fight was that caused this upset here, right? And we have the Page of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you could, yeah, that's what it is. I feel like you could have been a little, you could have been almost like a little like, I feel like you were aggravating the situation. We have the Page of Wands here. I feel like, yeah, I feel like you're being childish. It's the Page of Wands. I feel like you were out here being like childish, like almost like pushing, like, come on, man. Like, I feel like you were like, come find me, bro. You were antagonizing the situation. And I feel like because you were antagonizing the situation, that caused like a lot of upset. Like that caused a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry. I think you start realizing like, oh shit, what did I say? Oh shit, what did I do? As you're like looking back, did I really say that? Did I really do that? I feel like you're looking back at the situation and you're like, oh my God. I feel like you're replaying this over and over. And then we have the Sun. Yeah, I feel like everything that you... I feel like you were in like the heat of the moment here, right? And you were just saying and doing anything. And I feel like there's going to come a time where you kind of take some time and you're like rethinking the situation. And there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be shown to you of like what you did say, what you didn't say, right? Like things in the situation that like weren't clear then. Like I feel like it's going to be coming to you and you're going to be like, oh yeah, I see. You know, I feel like you're gonna have like some understanding of like what really happened in the situation, right? I feel like you're gonna be seeing like how you could have overreacted, right? I feel like the sun will be shining and showing you everything about what had really happened, right? Everything you need to know. What is this Ten of Wands in reverse here? Yeah, I think you have been like shouldering the pain of this here, right? And I think you're kind of setting the wands down here a little bit. I think you're like almost like forgiving somebody here, right? I feel like you're putting all the burdens down, all the baggage here, right? And it's with a Six of Cups. It could have been, this fight could have happened with somebody that you had a pretty deep relationship with here, right? It's the Six of Cups. And I think like you're realizing like, oh man, like this is somebody that like I'm childlike with, that I have like a free, fun relationship with, and like what I did could have like caused some hurt here. Like I feel like this is a relationship here that you actually value, right? It's the Six of Cups. And yeah, it's somebody that you share a home with here. We have the Six of Cups and the Four of Wands, right? Like, you know that this is a relationship, a connection that you truly value here, right? And you don't want any bad blood there. Like this is something you want to continue. This isn't something like that you just want to like let go of here, right? And so I feel like you're realizing like It's not really worth carrying around all this baggage with, right? Like I feel like you're forgiving yourself. I feel like you're making an apology here, right? Yeah, it's almost like you're waving a white flag. Right. I feel like you know that there could have been some upset, some hurt feelings here. And I feel like you're almost like coming in and like asking for forgiveness, right? And we have the 9 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like that's definitely what you're wanting. I feel like you're wanting forgiveness. Not only with like this other person, but also with yourself here, right? And I feel like once you kind of come to this space where it's like a sweet reuniting, like, hey, no, like, you know, like a conversation here. I feel like that's really going to help with your manifestations, right? I feel like this could have been like the blockage that was happening here for you, like all of this upset that was making you like take some time out and like rethink, right? Of like what's really important. If you have to argue about it, is it really that important? Right? What is this Page of Pentacles? What is this Page of Pentacles? Page of Cups. Yeah, I feel like when you come forward with an apology, I feel like this other person is coming forward with an apology. Like, look how they're standing with each other. You're like, hey, I'm real sorry. I hurt you. And you're like, offer like, oh no, I forgive you. I understand. Of course, this is the understanding one, right? You're coming in to offer the apology, and they're coming in with understanding here, right? And I feel like this is going to be relieving for you here, right? I feel like you've been keeping your fish in this cup for an awfully long time, right? And I feel like now you're finally able to like share your words, share your emotions, share how you really feel, right? And it being a way that's like received, right? A truth that's given and received here, right? I feel like you're doing a lot of healing work on yourself and with other people and situations here. I feel like you're having like a deeper understanding of your truth, what you value, how you really feel about certain things, and what's really important to you. And why it's important, right? And then we have the Strength. Yeah, I feel like this this is an apology. And I feel like it's taking a lot of strength. I feel like it's taking I feel like you have guardian angels around you, like keeping your mouth closed in this situation. I feel like there's things that like you really want to say, and that's like the anger in you, right? I feel like this is the lines like the anger in you here, right? And I feel like you have like your little guardian angels over here, like keeping your mouth shut. Like I feel like this is like your higher self here, like no, shut up. You know, I feel like it's taken a lot of strength to go through with this apology here, right? I feel like you're working through your pride here, right? I feel like you're working through your pride. And scratch my nose. And it's taken a lot, right? I feel like you really had to work with yourself. You really had to heal yourself, and I feel like that's healing the situation here. I feel like you're healing more than just the situation, right? I feel like you're seeing how to like handle things like this differently, right? And then we have the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I feel like all is forgiven. I feel like there was definitely an understanding, a coming to terms. I feel like there was love brought back in, like true forgiveness here, like absolutely true forgiveness, right? Like that fountain can't be pouring out your emotions, you know, if there's not like true forgiveness, if you didn't have like real understanding here, right? I feel like you're building this relationship back up. I feel like without this fight here that happened, I don't think that your bond could have been like deepened here, right? Like, because we have the Page of Cups, look how shallow this water is, right? And then we go to the Ace of Cups. Like whatever relationship that you were working through, like it deepened the bond. It deepened the relationship, right? And that caused for this Ace of Pentacles to come in. This Ace of Cups allowed for this Ace of Pentacles, right? It's very much so, it's very much like the Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, the Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. I feel like because you were like the bigger person and you took the step forward and you were really offering true understanding, true meaning, true emotion here, that did bring in blessings for you. It brought in healing. It brought in more opportunities for you to heal, more opportunities for things to start going your way, right? I feel like all those blockages were like, ooh, sorry. I feel like all those blockages were lifted for you. And then we have the Hanged Man. Yeah, you were enlightened. Pisces, that is your energy. You were enlightened, right? You were able to see what was real, right? And then we have the Five of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this healing work, even though you were having to like be the bigger person, be the one to kind of like, you know, to kind of see things for what they really are. I feel like it's given you an opportunity here to kind of look back over the things that you've gone through so far in your life, right? And help give you a deeper understanding, a different way of looking at it, right? I feel like this is what this Ace of Pentacles was. I feel like it gave you some understanding as to what's really happening here, like the things that you went through. I feel like where you thought like, oh, all of these things were so terrible here and all these things happened, like you really had like these Two of Cups here. And I feel like you're almost seeing that. Like before, I think it was kind of just like being covered up and this is all you had, right? And I feel like this Hanged Man came in and helped you really see like, no, you're not going without. Like, okay, we have a little less than what we had anticipated, but we still have plenty. And I feel like you're realizing that, right? I feel like you're able to see things as for what they really are, right? The glass is still half full. We still have half a glass. Okay, we might have, you know, might have lost a little bit, but, you know, maybe we weren't supposed to have that, right? I feel like you're coming to terms with that, right? Like everything happens for a reason. Everything happens out how it should. And I feel like there's been some higher learning here, right? I feel like that's been your gift, right? Yeah, and then we have the Star. And then we have the Star. That was your gift. You had healing. You had understanding. Your emotions were cleansed. How you saw your reflection, how you saw situations here, that's been cleansed as well. Right? And also, like, as different situations are coming in for you here, I feel like this has like given you the ability to see like situations for what they really are in the future, right? So that you don't keep coming across like these problems, right? I feel like you did some deep healing work here that shifted your perspective on how you see really anything that you're going with, right? Right. What is this Four of Pentacles? We have the Two of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you have you have a new direction ahead of you here. I feel like you've been holding back from it a little bit, right? Six of Wands. Yeah, you have a new direction. A whole new direction, right? But I feel like you're holding back from that. Like, I feel like you almost have like a new start here. We have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, you have a whole new direction. You have the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Six of Swords. A whole new direction, a whole new destination, right? And you're holding back from it. It's a place you really want to go, but you're holding back from it, Pisces. I feel like you're almost fearful of taking this new direction, right? feel like you're working your way up to it. I feel like you still have a little bit more, more things you have to look at, a little bit more things you have to heal to clear up here for you. 3011. And I think once you go through that, once you kind of go and sort out some of these emotions and how you've been moving throughout the world, I feel like you're gonna kind of let go of some of these like control issues that you've been dealing with here. All right. Let's get one card out for how you can help heal this energy. Flow like water, Pisces. Be open and accepting to this healing energy that's coming in for you, right? Don't try to control it. I feel like once you let go of this Four of Pentacles here, that's, okay, this is what you're healing. I feel like you have control issues here that you're kind of working on, right? I feel like you hold things very close to your chest, especially your emotional state here, right? And I feel like once you kind of like free up some things, quit like holding on to so much of whatever it is you're holding on to, right? Look, it almost looks like he has a monkey on his back, right? Once you kind of let go of some of these control issues and like really get into like the free flowing space of emotions, how you're feeling, like, you know, really get into that, you're going to have a lot of healing come in for you. I feel like that's really going to open up this direction here for you. I feel like it's really going to set you free, right? You're not going to be so caged in, right? All right, Pisces, I hope you guys have a wonderful full moon, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Bye, guys.